Noah was able to picture, was able to see through the eyes of faith, the pictures in color of what God was telling him. You remember we spoke, if you have been following me, you remember we spoke about wisdom. And we spoke that by wisdom a house is built. And that every house is built twice. It is built by wisdom and then established by understanding. And you remember I spoke about the fact that the purpose of information is pictures. And that, it is through wisdom, the eyes of wisdom sees. So that is what Noah was able to teach us here. Because when God spoke to him about the ark, that he needed to build ark, if you don't see it in picture, you will not even, just like I did with you. You remember when I gave you the word yablaka? If you don't see it, you will never be able to produce it. Or like I spoke about the word ogi. You will never be able to produce ogi if you have never seen it and you don't even know how it looks like. So the same thing here, when God was telling Noah about the ark, Noah needed to picture it. He needed to see it in his mind. The ability to see. That is faith. And not just the ability to see, but the ability to see in details. For you to build an ark, you know how many thousands of nails alone you will need? Maybe millions of nails that will be needed. How many tons of wood that will be needed? This man saw everything in details. Pictures, color, details, the ability to see, details and obey detailed instructions. The ability to obey detailed instruction is also faith. So that's another level that I and you also must come to. If we really want to please God, we must be able to not just get some instruction from you and run with it, but you must be able to, get God's instructions in details. We must be able to see God's instructions in pictures. We must train ourselves to see God's instructions in pictures, in details, and to obey Him to the last letter. To obey Him in details. And that's what this man did.